Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. We'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. As high as we can. And then let's go down low, touch your toes. And now back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave. Wave side to side. And then back down to touch your toes. Let's stand up, guys. Hands on hips. Let's have a shake. Wiggle side to side. Stop. And now another wiggle. Side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. Now we'll go round and round. Round and round. Give our spines a nice stretch. Round and round. And stop. And back the other way. Round and round the other way. And stop. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in our previous science lesson, we began learning about another specific group of animals. Does anybody? Vertebrates. Well done, yes. And let's spell vertebrates together. V-E-R-T-E-B-R-A-T-E-S. All together, vertebrates. Now, can anybody remember what factor is it that decides if an animal is a vertebrate? Again? Backbone. Excellent. All vertebrates have, like we do, a backbone. So vertebrates equals A-B-A-C-K-B-O-N-E. Vertebrates are the group of animals that have a backbone. And like I said in the previous lesson, us human beings are an excellent example of an animal that has a backbone. We're a living thing, and down the center of our spine is our backbone. Therefore, we are vertebrates. Or can anybody think of other animals, guys? Have a think of some of the animals you see. What type of animals do we think are vertebrates? Shark, yes. A shark is a vertebrate. S-H-A-R-K, shark. Dog, yes. Dog is a very common one. Dogs are what we have at home. D-O-G, dog. Tiger, tiger's another one. Tiger, T-I-G-E-R. Cat, yes. Cat. Now, how about animals? Animals, horse is another one. But what about the animals that slither and slide? Fish. We can have fish. How about no arms or legs, but they slide and slither? Snake. Snake. S-N-A-K-E. People, excellent, yes, people, us, we are examples of mammals too. But how about the animals that can hop in and out of the water? Kangaroo or frog. Kangaroo can hop, but not in and out of water. The ones that go in and out of water, frog. F-R-O-G. Okay, horse, yes, we can put horse here. H-O-R-S-E. And what about if we look into the sky? Yes. Vertebrates in the sky we call birds. Any particular type of bird? Condor and eagle. O-N-D-O-R. Eagle. G-L-E. Okay, any more ideas, guys? Seahorse. Excellent. Seahorse will go here. E-A-H-O-R-S-E. Okay, so far we have dog, tiger, cat, horse, shark, fish, seahorse, snake, frog, condor, eagle. Okay, now you may have noticed the way I've been drawing the animals in particular columns. How many lines do we have, guys? 5. That's because there are 5 different types of vertebrates. The first column, dog, tiger, cat, and horse, and also the column that we belong to, mammals. Well done, yes. The first column of vertebrates that we learnt about, mammals. Then the next one, we actually have the answer here already. Fish. Yes, we can class fish as the second type of vertebrates. All animals such as shark, seahorse are classed into the group of animals known as fish because they live in the water. We can think of a shark as a very big fish. And then the snake. Nearly, that one's coming next. The snake, not an amphibian, reptile. A reptile. Because the snakes are covered in things called scales, they are reptiles. E-P-T-I-L-E-S. And then our next group, amphibians. Who can remember, what does amphibian mean? Amphibian means can go in water and then come out. Yes. A frog can breathe in water through its gills. All things that breathe through water have gills. But then when a frog comes onto land, the same as us, it uses its lung. So a frog, amphibian. A-M-P-H-I-B-I-A-N. And then our final category, birds. Yes, birds are our fifth category of vertebrates. Every bird on the planet has a backbone. So therefore, every bird, B-I-R-D. Okay, so that was a brief recap exercise. Now we know our 5 categories again. Mammals, fish, reptiles, amphibians, and birds. These 5 groups of animals, when put together, make the larger group of animals that we know as vertebrates. Because each of these animals have something called a backbone. And guys, that was brilliant, very well remembered. And what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation so that our students can observe and listen to some more facts about the different types of vertebrates. And then we can have our students practice speaking too. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So now let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, Vertebrates, Lesson 2. And like our recap exercise that we've just done, here on the slide you can see the 5 different types of vertebrates. Amphibians, which are represented by the frog. Mammals, which as you can see, the cat belongs to. Fish, and I think that's the goldfish. Then reptiles. What animal can we see? Snake. And then birds. What type of bird is this? Duck, yes. And if you look closely, you can see each of the animals has a diagram of their skeleton. And the one thing we know they all have in common, even though they're different animals, they all have a backbone, because that's what makes them a vertebrate. Remember in previous lessons we learnt about invertebrates. They're the animals that don't have a backbone. Now we're looking at the second group, vertebrates, the ones that do. So let's take a closer look, guys. Animals are classified based on if they have a backbone or not in their bodies. Yes, like I just said, the animals we learnt about previously with no backbone, invertebrates. And an example of an invertebrate is this, octopus. Remember previous lessons, we learned these types of animals, no backbone. So they are invertebrates. But now we're looking at this group of animals here. What do you think, guys? Monkey. Yes, it's a skeleton of a monkey. And here you can see this series of bones here. Quite similar to humans, but we stand more upright. But this here is the monkey's backbone. And because the monkey has a tail, you can see the backbone carries on all the way through for the tail. So because a monkey has a backbone, it's known as a vertebrate, and belongs to the type of vertebrates like us, mammals. Vertebrates are animals that do have a backbone, like the monkey we can see again here. Here is the backbone. And then we know about the 5 different types of groups. Fish, like the shark. Birds, and this type of bird is a cockatoo. Mammals, like the bear. Reptile, I think that's a snake again. I think that's snakes. And then the classic example of the amphibian, frogs. Yes. Fish are vertebrates that are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Yes, fish have to be really good swimmers. So what fish have on the top of their bodies here, and sometimes below, like this fish, these are fins. And these help the fish to swim really quickly. And then all fish have on the back of their bodies a tail. Yes. But have a look at this fish. Look at the front of the fish. Does anybody know what type of fish this is? This is called a swordfish. Yes, because the front of the fish is like a sword. It can use its head for cutting. So this fish is a swordfish. Amphibians are vertebrates that live in damp areas where they can easily access water. Yes. A great place where you might find amphibians is a pond, because it's very close to water and it's cold and damp. Around the pond, you'll find lots of frogs, toads, and this type of amphibian here. Anybody remember? Yes, begins with S. Again, Prel? Salamander, yes. Not quite a frog, it has a longer body, but it's an amphibian like a frog, because salamanders can go in water and they can come out. Now, reptiles are vertebrates that live on land and breathe with their lungs. So in that way, reptiles are similar to us. We live on land and we breathe with our lungs. But do we look like this? No. This is a type of reptile called a lizard. Yes. In the last lesson, we seen snakes. When you see the skin of the lizard, it's covered in all of the same things that the snake has. Scales. Yes. What makes a reptile is its skin is made up of thousands of tiny scales. And on this lizard, you can see the different colors. We have some blue, some green, and yellow too, yes. Then, birds. What type of birds can we see here? Penguin, yes. And penguins are birds that live in very cold places, like the North or South Pole. Birds are vertebrates that have 2 legs, a pair of wings, and a beak. Yes, every bird on the planet has to have all of them. So here, even the penguin, we can see how many legs? 2 legs, 1 pair of wings, and instead of a mouth, birds have something called a beak. Yes, instead of a mouth, birds have beaks. And then the 5th and final set of vertebrates, mammals. Mammals are vertebrates that give birth to their young and care for them. Yes, like the mammals in this picture here. What mammals can we see? Cow. Does anybody know what the baby cow is called? Instead of baby cow? Calf. Yes. So here's the mummy cow. This is the grown-up mummy cow. And then its baby, when it's a very young cow, we call calf. And we belong to the group of vertebrates like cows, mammals, because we give birth and we take care of our young, just like your mum does with you. We can see human beings belong to the mammal category are vertebrates. And they're the 5 different types of vertebrates and some of the animals that belong to them. Any questions, guys? That was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about vertebrates and the 5 different kinds of vertebrates and some of the facts and animals that are included in them categories. And now it's time for our stretch sequence, guys. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And this time we'll begin with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent. And now we'll do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Now have a shake. Shake it out. Now we can take our right hand and we can find our left foot. And then left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. 2 more. We'll do right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Excellent, guys. And to finish, we're going to do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. Okay, so now, teachers, what we've got is a flashcards exercise for our students to practice speaking and forming sentences about the different types of vertebrates, the 5 different groups. So what you'll need to do for your lesson is print off 2 sets of flash sheets. The first ones we're going to stick to the board, so have our students practice speaking. The second set, cut into individual words, and after we put our students into teams, we're going to play a game for each of them to practice forming sentences together. Then when they've correctly done it, they can practice speaking. But first of all, let's practice speaking the sentences. So the first one is about mammals give birth to their young and care for them. Yes, so mammals have babies, and then after the babies are born, the mammals will not abandon them, they will care for them until they're older. So that's sentence number 1. The next one is about amphibians. Live in damp areas where they can easily access water. Yes, damp is another word for wet. So we could say amphibians live in wet areas, somewhere near water, so they can easily go in and then come out again, like the frog or salamander. So that's sentence number 2. Then, the ones that live in water all the time, fish, are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Yes, fish have to be very good swimmers, so they have fins and a tail to help them swim quickly. And the next ones, the vertebrates we see in the sky, birds have 2 legs, a set of wings, or a pair of wings, and instead of a mouth, birds have a beak. Okay, so every bird on the planet you will see has them characteristics. 2 legs, a pair of wings, and a beak. And then the final group of vertebrates, reptiles, live on land and breathe through their lungs, like we do. So we have our 5 different sentences. What we'll do now is we're going to put our students into groups, then give each group a sentence, and judging by what's on the board, they have to form them in the correct sequence and then practice speaking. When every group has finished, we can then rotate them and play again. So first of all, we have Lakgau and we have Bangpon, team 1. Preu and Down, team 2. Chu, Nadia, team 3. Pat, Pakbong and Net, team 4. So time for your sentences, guys. Team 1, here you go. But remember, no touching until everybody's ready. Team 2, you're welcome. Team 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And team 4. Okay, so now our teams are ready. Team 1, okay. Team 2. Team 3. Team 4. Okay, your sentences are on the board. 3, 2, 1, go. So see which sentence you've got and then put it into the correct sequence. When you're ready, raise your hands. Mammals. Reptiles live on land and breathe with their lungs. Excellent, guys. Mammals give birth to their young and care for them. Excellent. We have fish are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Excellent, guys. Well done. Birds have 2 legs, pair of wings and a beak. Excellent. Very well done, guys. So, everybody's done the correct thing. Now collect your cards and rotate them to the teams on your left. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom. You can pause the video and play on with your students for the next 10 minutes or so. And remember, after each round, rotate the sentences. So each team gets to practice with a different sentence each time. And there's 5 different sentences. So, team 1, ready? Team 2, ready? Team 3, team 4, go. Okay, so birds, amphibians, reptiles, fish. Give birth to their young and care for them. Excellent. Birds have 2 legs, a pair of wings and a beak. Excellent, guys. Reptiles live on land and breathe with their lungs. Brilliant. Well done, guys. And then fish are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Perfect. Well done, guys. So once again, pass to the teams on your left and we'll play another round. So Pakbong, I'll take your cards and pass them to Lakgau. Okay, so nearly ready. Team 4 ready? Team 3? Team 2? Team 1? 3, 2, 1, go. And have a look for the full stop, guys. You know the full stop comes at the end of the sentence. That's another clue. Reptiles live on land and breathe with their lungs. Excellent. Okay. Fish are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Very well done. Mammals give birth to their young and care for them. Excellent. Well done. And team 2.
Birds have two legs, a
Pair.
of wings, and a beak.
Excellent. Very well done. Okay, guys, we'll play one more round. So pass your cards to the team to your left and get ready for the final round. Thank you, Pac-Man. Team 4 ready?
Ready.
Team 1 ready?
Ready.
Team 3? Ready. Team 2?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go! Reptiles live on land and breathe with their lungs. Excellent. Mammals give birth to their young and care for them. Brilliant, guys. Well done. Fish are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Brilliant. Birds have 2 legs, a pair of wings, and a beak. Brilliant. Guys, that was excellent. Very well done and very well spoken too, so excellent. And now it's time for our worksheet activity part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure all of the students in your classroom get their own worksheet. And what we've got today is a series of sentences giving us some facts about vertebrates. But unfortunately, each sentence has a word missing. Our students need to read the sentences and then, deciding on the correct word from the vocabulary box, complete the sentences by writing in the spaces. So remember, guys, each word only needed once. After you've used it, you can cross it out. But what's the first thing to do? Write our names on top. And give our students around 12 minutes for this activity and just monitor the class, help them with anything they need. So Net, for you. You're welcome. Pak Boom, you're welcome. Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Chu, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Down, here's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Prau, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Pak Boom, Bang Bon, for you. Laka, for you. So, names on top first, guys, and then have a think about which word goes where. For example, number 1, vertebrates are animals have a backbone. Okay? So the most important fact about vertebrates, they have a backbone. So find the word backbone and you can write that one. And then cross out backbone because you only need each word once. Can be classified. how many different groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 different groups of vertebrates, as we've learned.
Fish or cold blood.
Yes. What type of vertebrate has the fins and the tail? Fish. So then by reading the facts, we can decide what type of damp areas can go in and out of water. What type of vertebrate goes in and out of water? Correct. Amphibians. Like the frog or the salamander. They can go in water or they can come out. And then, what type of vertebrate live on land and breathe with their lungs? Reptiles. Correct. And then the next one, what type of vertebrate has 2 legs? Birds, yes. Give birth and take care of their young. Like us, humans. We have babies and we care for our babies. All mammals do. Humans, yes, us, we belong to the mammals. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to decide the correct words to complete the sentences. My students here all did a brilliant job, and we're going to practice speaking for you now. Vertebrates are animals that have a backbone. Vertebrates can be classified into 5 smaller groups. Fish are cold-blooded animals that have fins and a tail. Amphibians live in damp areas where they can easily access water. Reptiles live on land and breathe with their lungs. Birds have 2 legs, a pair of wings, and a beak. Mammals give birth to their young and care for them. Humans belong to the mammals category of vertebrates. Guys, that was excellent and very well spoken. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you found it interesting and enjoyed the lesson and now understand more about vertebrates, the animals with a backbone, and their 5 different categories. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.